G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video, I'll be going through how I did in round 4 of the NRLW, and then I'll be giving you my round 5 tips. So finally had an improved week in round 4, which is good, but it definitely could be better. So for round 4, and before we get into this one, hit that like button, hit that sub button, mean the absolute world to me. I tipped the Warriors to beat the Titans. I thought the Wars would get the job done at home. Titans, that only won one game coming into this one. To be fair, so did the Warriors, I believe. Yes, they did. I thought the Warriors across the ditch would get the job done, but both Titans, the males and females, get the job done. That is a tip wrong for me. Next up, I backed in the Roosters to beat the Bulldogs. Look, Roosters, they're such an elite side in the NRLW. Every year they're always up thereabouts, and they're undefeated so far this year, 4 from 4. So I had to back them in. They get the job done. We move on. Cowboys versus Raiders. Raiders, they hadn't won a game coming into this one, and that trend does continue as they go down once again by a big margin. Cowboys ended up winning this one 26 points to nil. Disappointing stuff there for the Raiders. I backed in the Eels to beat the Knights. I thought they'd get the job done here, but Newcastle proved to be way too strong, and Newcastle are actually sitting in third, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, good win there for the Knights. Unfortunately for me, another tip wrong. I backed in the Broncos to beat the Dragons, and that one came through. Broncos big winners, also winning 30 points to 6 against St. George. Pretty disappointing result there for the Dragons. And to wrap up the weekend, I backed in the Sharks to beat the Tigers by 22. I said they only won this one by 4. Decent win, I suppose, but I mean, the Tigers haven't won a game yet, but they've been close in a few. So a win is coming surely for the Tigers. All right, round 5 tips. Let's get into it. But before we do, guys, once again, if you could hit that like button and that sub button, again, it'd mean the absolute world to me. Titans taking on the Bulldogs. This is difficult to tip. 74% of people are tipping the Bulldogs. Titans at home definitely should win this one, in my opinion. I do think that the Titans will be tough to beat there, but I'm going the trend. I'm backing the Dogs. I think Bulldogs win 1-12. Next up, we have the Tigers against the Roosters. I don't even have to look at anything. Roosters win and win well, in my opinion. This will be a 13-plus win. Broncos and Sharks. This one, I think, genuinely could go either way. If the Sharks were at home, I'm probably backing in Cronulla here. But with the Broncos being at home, I do think they'd probably end up winning this one 13 plus. So it is the Broncos for me. Cowboys and the Warriors up there in North Queensland. It should be a fairly convincing win for the Cowboys. I'm going to say a 14-pointer. They should be too good for the Warriors. Next up, we've got the Knights taking on the Raiders. Newcastle, they've won 3 games now, I believe. They have. They're sitting in third. The Raiders have been horrible this year. So I'm going the Knights, and I think they win this one 13 plus. All right, the second last game. No, this is the last game of the weekend. We have the Eels taking on the Dragons. This is an interesting one. Dragons are the favourites on the tipping percentage. Eels weren't great last week, but neither were the Dragons. I think this is a game that could go either way, and I'm actually going to side with Parramatta here. I'm going to back in the Eels to get the job done here, and that I'm going to tip Eels 1-12 in that one. So my tips for the weekend: Bulldogs to beat the Titans, Roosters over the Tigers, Broncos to beat the Sharks, Cowboys to beat the Warriors, Knights to beat the Raiders, and the Eels to beat the Dragons. Let me know your tips down below in the comments, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, guys, if you could, hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.